Hello guys, today we are going to continue with exponents. So we saw a couple days ago multiplication of exponents. We learned how to expand the basis based on the exponent. So today we are looking at division, okay? So dividing, let's write it in the notes please, dividing with exponents. All right, dividing with exponents. So you already know what is a base, what's the exponent, the meaning of the power. The number repeats by itself as many times as the exponent says. So if we have, let's say, 3 to the power of 5, we learned that in expanded form, we would write the base 3 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's multiplying by itself. So now we're going to look at division. So if I have 3 to the third power on the bottom, then I will do the same thing, but now I have 3 3s on the bottom. And now all we have to do is simplify. So since the base on the top is the same as the one on the bottom, you simplify 3 over 3, 3 over 3, and 3 over 3. Now make sure you understand that these 3's are not just turning into 0. They're actually turning into 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And anything times 1 remains the same. So you actually are left with 3 times 3, which equals 9. I'm going to actually keep the exponent. 3 times 3 is 3 to the second power, which is 9. Okay. Make sure you copy that in your notes, please. We expanded 3 to the 5th. On the bottom, 3 to the 3rd. We simplify, cross out the 3's. And whatever you have left, in this case, 3 to the second power, because you have 2 3's. All right, let's try another example. We have 4 to the 5th, and on the bottom, 4 to the 8th. 4 to the 5th divided by 4 to the 8th. Same thing. We first expand. 4 to the 5th is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. We have 5 of them. Make sure you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the bottom, I need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now I am going to simplify the 4's from the top with the 1's from the 4 from the bottom. So 4 divided by 4, that's 1, 1, 1, 4 divided by 4, 4 divided by 4. So as you can see, nothing is left on the top. You're not going to leave it blank. It's not 0. It's 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And on the bottom, we have 4 to the 3rd. When your little guy here is smaller than 5 or 5 or less, you're going to have to simplify even more. So I need you to tell me what is 4 times 4 times 4. If it gets to exponent 5 or more, no one's going to ask you what's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, okay? So, but if your exponent is like 5 or less, then you can do it. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Make sure you put the 64 as the denominator because the 4 to the 3rd is on the denominator. That's it. Make sure you copy that, please. These notes are going to be available to you just in case if you need to watch this again, this video again, you can watch it. And you can make sure that you have all your notes. All right, let me try another one. Okay, so let's say that we have a coefficient. We have x to the fourth and y to the fifth. And on the bottom, I have 6x to the fifth and y to the third. Okay, let's try this one. All right, step one, we are going to expand. Okay, so I'm gonna expand my x's and my y's. The 3 stays there. How many x's should I have? 4, right? So I'm gonna put x times x times x times x. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my y's. 5 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, you're copying this in your notes, please. On the bottom, we have a 6. But you know what? Since you're going to have to also simplify 3 over 6, you have to think, how else can I write 6 using a 3? Because there's a 3 on the top, so you have to see if it's possible to simplify that 3. And yeah, you can. You could write 3 if you break it into prime factors. 3 times 2. Why am I doing this? Because then I can cancel the 3 with this 3. Because you're simplifying. Okay? Now let's say you don't see it like that, but you know how to simplify this fraction. You could divide by 3, divide by 3. This part right here, you treat it as a regular fraction and you simplify. Top and bottom are in table 3, so I divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. There you go. The x's on the bottom, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the y's on the bottom, I have 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I know that this part stays and that stays because you can't simplify more than that. Now the x's. The x's, I'm going to cancel this one with this one. That's 1. That's 1. X divided by x is 1. X divided by x is 1. You have 1 x left. Make sure you pay attention. Where is it? Do not put it on the top. That x should stay on the bottom, okay? So we have on the top the 1 from here and the 2 on the bottom from here. The x's on the top, they're all gone. There's 1 x on the bottom left. Now we are going to simplify the y's. Y divided by 1, y divided by y is 1. Y divided by y and y divided by 1. There are 2 left on the top. Y to the second power. Ta-da! And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to put another one, and you guys take a minute and do the same thing. So do me a favor. I will put the question, okay, and we're going to pause the video. And we're going to give you about, I don't know, maybe a minute or 2. Work it out and then play back the video, okay? Here we go. Oops, where's my line for here? All right, try this. We have 8, m to the third, n to the fifth, over 12, m to the fourth and n. So now please pause the video and work it out. You guys work it out on your own. Expand and see what you can simplify. Okay, we're gonna pause the video now. Okay, so now that you have a couple minutes, let's check how you guys did. First, let's take care of 8 and 12. You could do it on the side if it's easier for you. 8 and 12, think about this. Can I cut these numbers in half? Yes, because they're even. So if you want to start like that, you could do that. Half of 8, 4. Half of 12, 6. Okay, 4 and 6 are still even. Can I cut them in half? Yes. 2, half of 6, 3. As you remember, 2 and 3 are the first prime factors. You cannot go lower than that, so 2 stays on the top and 3 stays on the bottom. I am going to expand the m's now. 1, 2, 3 m's and 5 n's on the top. Make sure you count 1, 2, 3 m's and 5 n's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and expand the bottom. You should have 4 m's and 1 n. Remember, if the variable does not have a power, this invisible right here is not 0. It is a 1 because you see 1 n. There's 1 n, so we write 1 n. And now we are going to cancel the m. So m over m, m over m, m over m. There's 1 left. N over n, that cancels, and there's 4 left on the top. And now we're gonna write down our final answer. On the top we have a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 n's. On the bottom we have a 3 and 1 m. So far we are not dealing with negative exponents. We will have some time next week to look into the negative exponents. Okay? I'm gonna put some questions here so you guys can practice. Okay, so for classwork, if you guys could do me a favor and copy this. Okay, so for number 1, 7 to the 6 over 7 to the 5th. Number 2, 4 n to the 6 over 2 n to the 8th. So let's try these two right now, and Miss Alvarez or Miss Cepeda can go over these two questions. So let's take a couple minutes, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes to work on these two, and then your teachers can call any of you for participation.